Welcome back to the mix-up. So this video is going to be a little bit different. I just watched the video you can see behind me. So I just watched this Jericho Green video, and I wouldn't be making this video if the conclusion that I drew after watching his video and doing 2 minutes of research was not as hilarious as it was. I wouldn't be making it. So bear with me, this gets funny.
Now, I'm going to do the next two videos are going to be sports edition, because there's two big dumbass things that happen in sports. First of all, I'm going to tackle this NASCAR bullshit, because you thought NASCAR was done getting wokety, wiggity, woke with Bubba Wallace.
So I was like, all right, where's he going with this?
No, don't be ridiculous. That is just the beginning. That's the tip of this bullshit. Everything is racist iceberg. So, but I'm sure when they bring in this next guy, they're going to sweep the entire NASCAR facility for ropes hanging down from doors to make it easier to pull them down, so this guy won't think that they're nooses.
That was a very ridiculous situation.
Because that's what Bubba Wallace's soft ass did. So now you have Dallas Cowboys great Emmitt Smith. How does Emmitt?
So not only did Emmitt Smith just buy into a Xfinity Series team, but Michael Jordan just bought into a Cup Series team, and Pitbull bought into a Cup Series team. And it's common for people from other sports to join in and buy into teams partially. And normally when they do, it becomes news. I'll get into this in a minute.
Smith tie into NASCAR.
This gets funny.
I'll tell you. So Emmitt Smith is now a part owner in this new NASCAR team, and he's talking all this bullshit about if you want to affect change, you got to be an owner and you got to have a seat at the table to make things change. Change what? Change.
Now, I think he read way too into this article, and you're going to see why in a minute.
What? NASCAR has been around for a very long time. What needs to be changed? It has to have more black people in it? Says who? If you're
Now, I agree with what he's about to say fully.
a black person and you want to be a NASCAR driver, well, you're probably going to do what white people do when they want to be NASCAR drivers or anybody else. You're going to find your way into the business and start learning. You're going to learn how to drive. You're going to learn the tracks. You're going to learn maintenance. You're going to learn
I mean, this is what anybody would do trying to get into anything.
everything. Get your foot in the door and learn. That is how you get into NASCAR, just like everybody else. How you get in the door, you might know somebody. You might.
Now, the reason this gets funny, I'm going to explain after we go down the rest of what he says here.
Started an entry-level position, I don't know. But if you
It's funnier than this video actually is, because you'll see.
want it, go get it. That's what this country is based on, right? So, oh my God. And the sad part is, the dude that's a driver for his team is former Navy. I know.
Yeah, he's because what I did was I Googled the guy's name right after watching this video, and he is an Xfinity Series driver. He's a retired Navy admiral who's still active duty in reserve. So, I mean, this gets funny.
I hang my head, but they got one of us too.
Didn't really get anybody, and you will see what they got. You. That's who they got. They got you. Jericho Green, they got you bad. So bad.
This fool, he's been bitten by the woke bug. So this dude's name is Jesse Iwuji, and he is the driver for this.
And he's not a good driver, but then again, we're talking about a Bush League team here, and then like it gets funny. Wait until you see what happens.
So stupid. What are they gonna learn? You can't force people into shit.
They're not forcing him into anything. If you go and look, he started driving back in 2014. in small races and worked his way up. And I'm pretty sure as a Navy admiral, career in the Navy, you're going to make some money. So he puts some money into his own team. But this gets even funnier. This is where, let's go.
It's like when you're a kid and there's these shoes that you really, really want, but they only have one size left and it's too small, and you're trying to jam your foot in there like some damn China.
I mean, he's really acting like they're like, hey, you Navy guy, come here. Yeah, you're black. Get in this race car and drive it.
Chinese foot binding torture so you can get these shoes that you love. You don't jam people in. You don't force people into shit. People don't like to be forced. So this dude named Jesse Iwuji is the driver for Emmitt Smith's NASCAR team. Now,
it's actually his own team, but we'll get into that in a second.
Yourself, Jericho, what is the name of this bullshit team? Well,
yeah, what is the name of the team, Jericho? Because this is where it gets hilarious.
I'll tell you. Okay? The acronym is EPM.
Correct. That is what it says on the hood of his race car.
Now, if you're an old school hip hop head, no, it's not EPMD. It is EPM, which stands for Empowering People More.
Wrong. And this is where it gets funny. So let me exit out of full screen here. So I went and, like I said, as soon as I saw this video, I saw, who's this Jesse Iwuji guy? So I look up his name, and I find this article right here, which shows his car and his team. And yes, it does say on the hood, EPM, Empowering People More. But what it says on the side of the car is Equity Prime Mortgage. So no, the race team is not named Empowering People More. It's sponsored, the car is sponsored by Equity Prime Mortgage, and their slogan happens to be empowering people more. In other words, empowering people to buy a house. And as far as Jesse Iwuji goes, he has been involved in racing for quite a few years. NASCAR, ARCA. He was in the ARCA series. He has worked his way up. And the only reason that we're hearing about this guy is because Emmitt Smith happened to buy into his team. Which, had it been anybody else, any other, like say Larry Bird went and bought a team in NASCAR, bought into a team, NASCAR would put an article out like they did this one. Oops. Like they did this one. And what happens is the article gets put out and other people read this article that NASCAR puts out. And then they run on it. Oh, yeah, and by the way, the real name of the team is Jesse Iwuji Motorsports, who Emmitt Smith bought into. I mean, this is funny that you interpreted. And Jericho Green, I love your videos, but I just thought that this was hilarious. Let's keep going.
No, this isn't a community outreach program. This is a NASCAR team.
No, it's not a community outreach program.
Named Empowering.
Nope, it's a NASCAR team named Jesse Iwuji Motorsports, sponsored by a mortgage company that wants to empower you to buy a house.
People more.
And they don't care. They don't care what color you are. They want your money. They want your interest.
Stand that shit.
Yeah, you can't stand. I can't stand the let's try and not be equal and try and place other people over other people. But that's not what they're doing. They're trying to sell mortgage on the side of a race car. And this is what just makes this so funny. You read this article and read so far into it and just, oh my God, yo. And dude, I love your videos.
The only people
I laughed my ass off when I first watched this. And then I'm like, yo, there's more to this than this.
People that need to be empowered in this country are children.
True.
And I don't mean give them power. to make decisions and vote.
Facts. I mean, he's being like, he's correct. Now, if what he was saying was true, and they really did have a NASCAR team named Empowering People More, that would make NASCAR sound wokety woke, super liberal. And I mean, I'm not a liberal, I'm not a conservative, I'm a libertarian, so I can see both sides. But this is why I like to be a libertarian, because I don't find myself into reading an article and automatically thinking the most conservative possible thing I can think and be like, oh my God, they did this, which is what he's doing here. And dude, I love your videos. I do. But I got to call this out.
But what I mean more like that is to be protected, to be helped. Children, because they can't protect.
And any mortgage company, I mean, they just use their slogan, the same letters as so they're trying to empower people to buy a house. Like, you might not have money to buy a house. Like, I don't have money to buy a house. Maybe they might want to empower me to buy a house. It's not the name of the race team or the name of the sponsor. It's the slogan of the mortgage company sponsoring the house. This is so funny.
Or help themselves. Everybody.
Dude, this video, had you not read too far into it and this was the actual case, your video would be right on, 100%. But because you overlooked a couple things, it makes this video that much more funny.
Nobody else can. Nobody needs to be fucking empowered.
No, nobody needs to be empowered. You need to work and do things right, which this driver, Jesse Iwuji, did. Worked his way up from nothing to now he's got enough money to start a Xfinity Series team with the help of Emmett Smith.
In America. Once you're in America, you're empowered.
True.
There are countries.
I know a guy that moved here from Bangladesh, and now he's running a real estate company and making money that he started from saving money from him and his brother delivering pizzas.
Around the, man, I want, damn, look at America. They got all that empowerment and laws and rules and freedom. Damn, I want to get over there. That's why so many people just need to reach our shores. They just need to collapse.
True. This video
on our shores and breathe that free American air and taste that free sand in their mouth. You just need to make it here or be born here.
See, and the thing is that, like, he's going so deep on this when it was really nothing. It was a slogan, and like,
and you are empowered. That don't make, you know, there is no,
it doesn't make no sense. You're right, it doesn't. But when you actually look at the side of the car and then the letters and then the slogan, it makes perfect sense.
No empowerment. You're here, you're empowered. But this bull.
Yeah, it would be funny if that was the race team, Empowering People More.
Empowering people more.
Wait, let's just look in it again. Equity Prime Mortgage. And it does say right here, empowering people more. So they're empowering people more. So what they're saying is that they're giving people more money, more chance of getting a loan from them than another bank. It's their slogan. Oh, this is funny. This is so funny.
Shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Empowering who?
Whoever wants to buy a house and use their mortgage company.
You mean empowering black people?
No. Yo, dude, all right.
You mean some kid seeing this is going to be like, man.
No, like you're thinking that, like, you read too far into this, like, oh.
Man, I want to grow up to be a NASCAR driver. I finally got to see a black driver driving in NASCAR, even though the first.
And he's in the Xfinity Series, the former Bush Series, the Bush Leagues.
This black driver was like in the early 60s, but I see this black guy driving this car partially owned by
and it's actually owned by him and Emmett Smith.
A black guy, and I want to be a driver. Well, little imaginary black kid who's watching that and being inspired, I sure hope you end up being better than the guy you watch, because Jesse Iwuji sucks.
I mean, anybody first getting into Busch Series, like, he's only raced, I think, 7 races in the Busch Series, or I'm sorry, Xfinity Series before this year. And that's not many from going from ARCA, and I think he did trucks as well.
The best he's finished is like 17th place. This isn't some guy that was just blowing through the competition, crushing everybody in his path.
No, he just happened to meet up with somebody, get sponsored by Emmitt Smith in another race, and I guess he liked him.
And they were just holding his...
And the only reason it made the news is because it's Emmitt Smith. It had nothing to do with this Iwuji guy.
Hold on, boy. This is NASCAR. You can't be successful here. That's not what they were doing. This dude sucks.
He kind of does, but...
The best he finished...
So, I mean, you weren't all wrong. And it, like I said, if your video, like, if that was the actual name of the team, yeah, this story would be...
Was 17...
Oh, man. You read into something way too much, bro.
So why is he on the front page of the news? Why are they on the front page of sports?
Because it's Emmitt Smith. If Triple H from WWE went and bought a wrestling team tomorrow, it would be on, I mean, a racing team tomorrow, it would be on the news. If William Shatner went and bought into a racing team, it would be on the news.
Columns and websites.
It wouldn't matter who the driver is. White, black, Spanish, it wouldn't matter. And it wouldn't matter who the celebrity is. Right now, what they're doing is they're trying to get people's mind away from war. So they're trying to bring up this good story and add a little bit more into it than what it actually is. And it gets people hyped up thinking it's more than what it is, like you're doing right now, bro.
And shit around the world. Why? Why do we even know about this? Because he has a layer of victimhood.
No.
Would we ever hear about an ex-white football player?
If they were as big as Emmitt Smith, yes.
Who bought some subpar team with some garbage-ass white driver? No.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter who the driver was. It would only matter who the athlete is that bought into the team. If they were as big, you know, like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan just bought into a team. That's a big deal. Pitbull, he's a big Spanish music artist, rap and reggaeton and whatever else he does. But he's known. Like, if you're known and you buy, if Ric Flair, the wrestler, if Bill Clinton bought into a race team, it doesn't matter. Politician, you know, if anybody that's that famous bought into a race team, it would be news. And the story, I think, was originally posted by NASCAR and then picked up by other news outlets trying to bring in like turn something into something it wasn't, and then it gets turned into this, and you end up making a video about it.
We would know neither one of their names or the name of their team. They would never be discussed in the public forum.
Well, I mean, obviously you didn't know the name of the team because it's Jesse Iwuji Motorsports.
Nobody would care. So why do?
Because they're looking for things that aren't talking about, like, they want other stories.
We care about some ex-black football player who has a subpar driver on some upstart bullshit team.
Because it's Emmitt Smith.
Called Empowering People.
No, it's called Equity Prime Mortgage, and it's the sponsor. It's, oh my God. You know, just because you read that on the hood, you went down a rabbit hole that you dug deep for nothing that was there.
What happened? Now, I never been to a NASCAR event. Maybe I should go. Somebody out there got the hook up on some NASCAR tickets? Let me know. I want to go. I want to see what all the fuss is about.
Now, if you go to some of them smaller NASCAR races, the local ones that you find, I mean, especially here in the Northeast, you get some great small short track racing, and there is a good mix of people at those tracks.
But I remember back in the day, Dale Earnhardt Sr., Jr., what's his name, Pettit, all those dudes, when I saw them win.
Now, he's talking about cup drivers. This guy isn't even a cup driver. But like I said, it wouldn't matter the celebrity. Anyway, if you want to watch the rest of Jericho Green's video, and I'm not trying to get on you, I'm just trying to make corrections where corrections need to be made, because sometimes corrections do need to be made. And you got it all wrong with the name of the team, bro. And when I went and I saw this article right here, I went, you got to be kidding me. I said he saw empowering people more and went, you I mean, I know what you did. You read that, you didn't see the side of the car, and you just went off and you were like, yo, I gotta make a video about this because this is messed up. They're trying to like be wokety woke and force people into things, and you read way into something that wasn't there. Anyway, until next time, this has been The Mix Up. Peace.